I don't see denial on digital. I do see uncertainty, and I think a lot of executives, they read a lot about the Uber moment, the Amazon moment. They're all looking for that Apple moment, but a lot of them will then say, well, what's that going to do with me? I'm a manufacturer. Does this really apply to me? So I think the confusion is really around how do they relate to digital in their world. I think the first thing we have to do is demystify it. It's in simple terms, what is digital? It's really just the intelligent connection of people and things and businesses. And the new part in that is the things, the 20 billion devices that we're all expecting to have in our world in the next few years. If you think about it, it's like the third person in the relationship, and we're learning how to deal with that and the benefits that brings. You look at digital to do two things. You are either trying to optimize an existing business process, so you're trying to get more streamlined, you're trying to save money, or you're trying to transform the business process. So in that case, you're trying to reimagine it, create a new business model, create a new service. I think the first one is just having the right vision to start with, and probably the second one is having a clear business case, a reason why you're doing it, a use case scenario. So what we advise really is think more broadly about what you're trying to achieve as a business before you start the transformation. So don't get narrow-minded into, I want to achieve this particular goal. Think about what the business outcome is. And another piece of advice I think we'd give is, just because a process can be digitized doesn't mean it has to be. Okay, we've seen a number of projects where if there isn't a clear business case, if there isn't a clear justification, then the project either becomes a pilot and stays a pilot, or just fizzles out. Or worse, you don't get executive level budget to start it in the first place. It's a way of stopping you becoming narrowly focused on one particular objective. So the way that we pursue that is we do that through a series of workshops with the client. So the client generously gives their time and they come in and we do workshops. And we think about what the broader business outcome is before we set up the journey. So I'll give you an example. Just recently, in fact, we had a company that came in, and their request to us is, well, we need a new e-commerce solution. And we have one, so we could provide it. But when we actually went through the workshop, what came out of the workshop is they really wanted a different relationship with the customer. And buying and selling on the internet through an e-commerce solution was one aspect of that relationship, but there were others that wouldn't have been pursued by that, such as giving the customer the opportunity to find their own account records, giving the opportunity to see invoices online, having chat, so using chat in that form. And then even thinking about how can I develop a service to my customer's customer which differentiates myself in the marketplace. And in fact, you put all three together, now it becomes a meaningful project. So had we not done the design thinking workshop, we'd have probably just solved what we were asked to solve and solved a particular business problem. But I don't think it would have generated the value that thinking in a design way does. A company is a leading electronic components manufacturer. So imagine they're shipping large amounts of components around the world. So this is about supply chain. So what they're using there is they're putting sensors on the containers themselves to improve their visibility. Supply chain visibility is still an issue, it's still a challenge. And so they're using that not only to find out where the product is, and that gives them two benefits, because it allows them to say when it's going to make it into port, and therefore they can manage their ongoing shipments and routing from that point. So it's good for customer service, it's good for efficiency. But also, those same sensors can tell how well the product is being looked after. So if it's a food product, for example, is it being stored in the right temperature? This is an electronics product, so they're thinking about vibration. And so that helps with quality. If there's a recall at the end, if there's some product deficiencies, they can look back through and see, well, how well was that product cared for when it left the factory to when it reached the customer? So they can track those sorts of things.